Welcome back to Athletic Everyday, day number 49. Coming at you again with another upper body day. Back at home for this one because I was on an early shift today. So my early shift goes from 5:45 in the morning until 2:15 in the afternoon. So really is quite nice to get up that early. Obviously sacrificing a little bit of sleep. I'm recording this right now at 9 p.m, so I'm going to probably lose a bit more sleep tonight to make sure I get up for that. But it's really nice to get up and going early in the morning because like by the time it's 10 a.m, you've already been like super productive. You've done a lot of what you wanted to do in the day with regards to work. And I just carried the energy through into this workout. Like I had a lot of energy for this workout. I felt really good. Hence why you can see me doing all these crazy mobility exercises, playing around, just having fun, being a kid really. But, it all has a purpose, mobilizing every joint for a body workout that's going to be relevant, it helps. Mobility is so important, and I'm very lucky to have probably above average mobility. I've got very good shoulder mobility, which comes from being a swimmer when I was younger and doing a lot of, obviously all the strokes, especially butterfly, requires immense shoulder mobility. So I'm very grateful for that. And these muscle ups, I must say, the mobility definitely helped, and these were feeling really, really good. Not to the point where I was like, I can do them perfectly, but I'd say my form is definitely improving. I'm trying my best to keep my legs as straight and tight as possible. And, that bending through the hip sort of kept me up is really, really reducing now. And I'm a lot more vertical with my torso. And I got so confident, in fact, that I decided to do a cross arm muscle up. I've seen this a few times on Instagram, YouTube, and I was actually pretty close. But it's really, really deceptively difficult to do it. It's a lot harder than even doing a narrow grip muscle up. But forming these felt nice. And of course, you get that +10 testosterone benefit when you take off your t-shirt and you work it out. You got a nice pump going. It feels good. I'm sure some of you guys can attest. We've got the summer months coming up. And obviously, it's nice to be a little bit cut, a little bit lean, have some nice aesthetics going on with the upper body. I'm not blessed with perfect aesthetics, but, I can appreciate a little bit of aesthetics, even though I don't really train for aesthetics in myself. So what I like to do on these muscle up sets is after I finish the last muscle up, I like to use that as an opportunity when I go over to then warm up for the front lever, which I keep on, is it front lever or front lever? I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce it. I say front lever sometimes and front lever and other times, but then I moved into bench and probably I got a little bit overconfident in this. Again, the shirt removal is a double-edged sword. If you take off the shirt, yes, you get +10 testosterone. Yeah, the confidence increases, but you might get a little bit overconfident and then you might get a little bit sloppy with your form, which you'll see later how that fucks up my bench. So I jumped up from 80 to 100 kilos. This first set, t-shirt off, like, yeah, first rep feels great, really awesome. Right, let's rush the eccentric, bounce it off my chest, lose it. Oh, fuck. Oh, this hurts to watch. But to be honest, this wasn't that uncomfortable. It looks a lot worse than it is. I asked myself, like, what the fuck happened there? Then I sort of had a front lever break and was like, you know what? Let's come back to bench, put my t-shirt back on. Let's swallow my overconfidence a little bit, swallow my pride, and then move back into it very gradually. This straddle front lever felt really good. I felt like I was holding it really, really securely, nice and stably. But for the most part, bench today, it really wasn't feeling that good. It's a little bit disappointing considering not last week. Was it last week? Yeah, last week I was doing 102.5 for a couple sets of 4, and then this week I was struggling at 100. But, it's not the be-all and the end-all for me to get stronger every week at bench. I'm quite grateful for the fact that I could even bench 100 for 1. I mean, most guys can go through their entire life and never even do that. So I'm very grateful for that. Obviously, it'd be nice to be stronger on the bench. I'm doing narrow grip bench, so I could probably bench more if I did wider grip, but the reason I'm doing narrow grip is so that I can get a bit more tricep activation and then hopefully get a little bit more carryover into my overhead movements. So, my push press, my strict press, and my clean and jerk, power jerk, so on and so forth. Speaking of bench press, this is the last week where I'm going to be doing sets of 4. Then in the next phase of the program, I'm going to drop down and do some triples. I have no idea how strong I'm going to be for triple. I mean, it's one less rep, and I'm going to be doing 6 sets of 3 on bench and overhead press. So it will be interesting to see where that goes and how that impacts my overall upper body strength level. It'd be really nice to get a triple on the push press with like 90 kilos because my current max is 100. Anything in that sort of 90 to 100 range on the push press. And on bench press, a triple of anything above like 105, anywhere between like sort of the 105 to 110 range would be really, really cool. That'd be the most I've ever pushed for a triple ever, really. So that'd be fantastic. And obviously all of the strength gains will hopefully also carry over into the calisthenics movements and into the Olympic weightlifting, which is the main reason why I'm sort of doing the upper body movements like this. Also, yeah, at the end of the workout, I don't usually do pull-ups, but I figured why not do some weighted pull-ups. I used a very interesting contraption to strap the weight to me. I don't actually have a weight belt at the moment, so I used a piece of nylon hook rope. I think they use this to like winch cars. Really strong, not going to break. I ended up doing sets of 3 with 40 kilos, so plus 40 kilos on these. Now, weighted chin-ups or supinated pull-ups have got to be one of my favorite upper body exercises. To be honest, I can't tell you a really good reason why I haven't been doing them in my upper body workouts up until now. Being able to pull like body weight on a weighted pull-up would be absolutely amazing. Like, just imagine like having another person hanging on you, like that's the same weight of you, and then you literally doing a pull-up with them. That's absolutely insane. Then finishing up, I did some suitcase carries. Main intention here is to keep a stable spine as possible and to train stability in the spine under load. Really, really good exercise for lower back stability and strength. You're training that QL muscle, the quadratus lumborum when you do this, and the obliques. I would 100% recommend doing suitcase carries every now and then in your training just to train that stability. That's it from me today, and I will catch you guys in the next one.